love men. I respect men. I spend my entire life fighting for men. But I have to be honest. I'm sick and tired of hearing men complain about their height holding them back. Look, I'm sympathetic to less attractive people. I understand that some people aren't the universal type. But you and I have both seen plenty of objectively unattractive men who found their way into happy relationships. They figured out how to land a girl. So why are you complaining? See, it's not that I don't agree that dating might be a bit tougher for Jonah Hill than it is than Ryan Gosling, Henry Cavill, and Michael B. Jordan. What annoys me is when the same men who complain that women never take accountability blame women for their lack of dating success. You're short. Does that mean you can't dress well, build muscle, groom yourself, be funny, be ambitious? Those are incredibly attractive traits. You know what isn't? Complaining and quitting because things are a little tougher. Guys, I'm serious. I love all of you. But the complaining about something you have zero control over has to stop. If you followed me for a while, you know what you have to do to increase your value. Start doing it. I just feel like I owe it to myself, you know? I owe it to myself to be single and have fun. Oh my god, girl, yes. Slay. I owe it to myself to take a girls trip and get away for the weekend. Yes, girl, do you. And if your boyfriend has a problem with it, screw him. Ladies, what do you really owe yourself? I think it's behavior that will actually get you what you want out of life. Do you want a marriage, kids, a happy husband who you actually respect? Well, guess what? You probably owe it to yourself to do the things that will get you exactly that. Do you think that means finding yourself and having fun in your 20s? Do you think that means going to Miami or Vegas with a bunch of other women that are not your boyfriend? Stop thinking about your short-term pleasures of being an independent woman and start thinking about what's best for your ultimate goals in life. I promise that your life and relationships will be much more fulfilling as a result. Guys, approaching women isn't hard. You guys feel like you have to blow us away, sweep us off our feet, make us fall in love right there. But that's not how this works. This is the first time you're talking to us, and you're doing it completely randomly. No girl's looking at you thinking, oh, this is going to go well. Most interactions with guys before you have been pretty awkward. So you know what's going to make you stand out? Just being normal. That's it. Guys, you're right. It is weird sometimes. Some guys will just stand there awkwardly. Other guys use weird pickup lines that never work. You know what does work? Making us feel like we're having a normal moment. This interaction doesn't need to be memorable. It just needs to be comfortable. Feeling comfortable around you will make us want to be around you again. So stop feeling like you have to be James Bond and just go start a conversation. I've been dating this super sweet guy for the last month. He's amazing, sweet, funny, great listener, great career. That's awesome. How is he in bed? Not sure. Oh, you haven't? No, this guy is husband material. So I'm making him wait to see if it's gonna work long term. Wait, I thought you were just hooking up with some dude last week. Yeah, but that was just for sex. That guy wasn't husband material. So you're making the amazing guy wait, but giving it up freely to the guy you aren't interested in. Yeah? Ladies, what the fuck is this? Do you honestly think any guy's going to put in the work for something you aren't making other guys work for? As a girl, I sort of follow this odd mating logic, but you have to realize that from the man's perspective, this is complete bullshit. We're the ones who control the sexual market. And if you're giving it up free to some guys, you cannot expect another guy to come in and pay a premium. This is the message for all of the ceiling fans models out there. If you currently claim to have a boyfriend, you don't. You have a friend with benefits. No self-respecting man would ever share his girlfriend with another man in any capacity. This is not a relationship, it's an arrangement. If he's secure with what you do, he does not love you. He just sees you as an object. And if he does love you, he's completely insecure because he's so scared to lose you that he won't be honest with you. I don't know how many more corn stars and former ceiling fans models need to come out with their warning cries to you before you'll listen. But I guess you're already down the path that your ego won't let you turn around. I really hope you can find your way out of this industry. And I sincerely hope that you'll stumble upon a decent guy who can come to terms with this part of your past. I wish you no ill will. I'm just trying to help you escape before you're too far gone. All I hear every day is how much men want a submissive girl. And I've talked to multiple guys recently that weren't attracted to girls on the first date solely because of the fact that she didn't seem submissive. But what does that even mean? Think about it this way. Why do you like girls with low body counts? It's because if she dates you and sleeps with you, you actually feel special. Like you were high value in her eyes. Well, it's time you think about submission the same way. You don't want a girl that submits to all men at first glance. You want a girl that submits to you because you have earned her submission. She holds you in higher esteem than any other man. And do you think that's gonna happen instantaneously? It isn't. A woman is not going to blindly trust you until you earn that trust. She's not going to want to serve you until you've commanded the respect needed for her to do so. So stop passing early judgments on girls just because they didn't seem submissive. Submission is a byproduct of her desire for you, and that desire will stem from how your relationship unfolds in the early dating process. What's up, my guys? Your body count definitely matters. The typical narrative around this is that it's particularly impactful for women because it interferes with their ability to pair bond. Look, I think body count matters more for women simply because we're the ones that control access to sex. But I'm not ready to say it doesn't impact a man's pair bonding ability as well. I'm no endocrinologist, but here's my simple logic. Oxytocin is the bonding hormone that we all share. It's a huge part of our reward system, and it's secreted in massive amounts during sex. Well, if you produce a bonding hormone in large quantities time and time again, but it never results in an actual bond, your body's reward system is going to get extremely screwed up, whether you're male or female. We all hear about dopamine detoxes all the time to help people reset their brains and rediscover positive habits, but we never think about the other hormones involved in that reward system and how they all coordinate. If your dopamine system could get screwed up, I imagine your oxytocin system can as well. So as much of some of this body count talk is true in targeting women, I don't think we can completely dismiss its effects on men. And if you're an expert on this stuff, I'd absolutely love to hear from you in the comments. If you've ever watched porn, you need to listen up. Did you know that since the adoption of high-speed internet, ED rates in young men have increased by 1,000%? Porn is doing this to you. Excessive consumption can lead to decreased amounts of gray matter in the brain, which leads to difficulty focusing, problems with storing memories, decrease in self-regulation, and a heightened risk of depression. Interesting that ADHD is ever increasing in men, right? Especially since the early 2000s. And yes, we all know dopamine is the enemy here. Without dopamine, you wouldn't feel pleasure from eating or drinking, which we need in order to survive, but engaging in pleasurable activities that aren't vital to survival just to get that dopamine hit is very detrimental. And porn is the ultimate example of this for men. The more pornography you consume, the more your brain becomes desensitized to it, which means you're going to turn to more hardcore content just to get the same fix. So basically you end up on this endless loop, seeking out new virtual fake partners while also consuming more aggressive content, all while contributing to more erectile dysfunction. Are you starting to see just how many things are contributing to the downfall of modern dating?